You said yesterday that you're worried that only half the housing starts that there needed to be. Are you worried about a housing shortage at all?
Oh, absolutely. I think Auckland is headed for a housing crisis. That will force up rents at an even faster rate than what we're seeing now. If we're building half the houses we need to, then that will mean a housing shortage and higher prices, higher sale prices and higher rents. We should have our building industry working at the moment. We should have our people in training. And again, it's a sad reflection that last weekend 6,000 people, Kiwis, turned up at the AusJob Expo wanting to leave this country. 3,800 did so in the month of December alone.
So how should government get building work started again?
Oh, I think that the way of doing that would have been to look at how you used the money that was misused on tax cuts for the rich in generating growth, in generating some housing starts that would have created employment across the board and would have kept our skilled people here in New Zealand. We will need them in the next few months. Christchurch will have a skill shortage. Auckland will have a skill shortage, and that means that the cost of the homes that will be built and the cost of rents will just keep going
So
up.
will you reverse the tax cuts in order to put that money towards the housing shortage?
Oh, look, when we get into government, the tax cuts will be well in place. I've signalled the changes that I want to make there that will be fairer. But, you know, I can't overturn history. We've had 3 wasted years from this government. Well, coming up 3 years by the time they hit November. 2.25 years, this country's gone backwards, not forwards.
And will you be looking for money in order to reinvigorate the building industry?
Oh, look, I think we've got to get people back into training. I was down in Christchurch on Friday. The earthquake was 5 to 6 months ago. We should surely have been using the Canterbury Polytechnic Institute of Technology to be preparing people with the skills they need to ensure that the costs aren't forced up because we don't have skilled or semi-skilled workers to do the jobs.
But the reason that the housing starts are so low isn't because there's a lack of skilled labour.
No, it's the lack. You've misunderstood what I'm saying. The housing starts have dropped because the government's management of the economy was not such that they had a counter-cyclical stimulation in an area that should have been stimulated if we wanted to keep a skilled labour force that we will desperately need in the next 6 months as the demand for houses goes up.